what has happened between I don't know if we can say it between Syria and Israel, between Turkey and Israel, but it seems that Israel hit the target. Axios reported that Israel told Donald Trump and the Trump administration that it strikes the airstrikes on Syria, and the airbase is Abu Duhur. It's Abu al Duhur airbase, were intended to prevent potential Turkish military buildup at the facility. And you look at the footage, Larry, you see when they hit the target, you see the secondary explosions. And they hit some ammunitions there, any logistics maybe. And just moments ago, before coming to this live, we have a new statement from the Turkish government. It says that the allegations put forward by the Israeli prime minister, which lack seriousness, aim at legitimize Israel unlawful airstrikes targeting the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Syria. The accusations raised stem from Netanyahu's intent to continue his expansionist and destabilizing policies in the region ahead of elections in Israel. Turkey, like the vast majority of the international community, support the establishment of lasting peace in our region. The sole path to this lies in Netanyahu's abandoning its aggressive and coercive policies and demonstrating respect for international law. Turkey will steadfastly continue its cooperation with the Syrian government on legitimate grounds to establish peace, stability, and prosperity in Syria, and will never allow Syria to be destabilized. This is, the response of Turkey to what has happened. How, Larry?
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. What are they going to do about it? Are they going to talk?
Good
What are they
question.
going to do? Are they going to do something? Are they going to cut off Israel's oil and say, okay, bitches, let's see how you do without oil? They could do that. But no, Erdogan likes the money. It is, he's enamored of making money, not upholding principle. This is a classic example. I mean, Israel basically just bitch slapped him. They put out, we're outraged. Okay, what are you going to do about it? We're going to write another strong letter of disapproval. Oh boy, that'll have Israel trembling. My God, they can't stand another nasty letter. Sorry, I'm fed up with the Turkish government and its complicity in allowing the genocide of the Palestinians. They could do something. And now it's trying to exercise some control or influence, or apparently was there in Syria with the permission of the Syrian government, is my understanding. And Israel thinks it can just go attack them. Yeah, so let's see if they do anything. If they don't, it's just, one more example that Israel can act with impunity. And Erdogan is just a wimp.
To my understanding, Larry, from what we had before the fall of Bashar Assad, Iran and Russia were in Syria, but at the request of the government in Syria. They were there because of the government. And they're not there anymore. Iran is not there because the new people in the government, they don't want Iran to be there. But the case of Syria, if you want to understand the situation in Syria, I think on one side, I don't know, the Turkish government is in total cooperation with the Syrian government today. But the Israeli occupation of Syria is not that, is not accepted by the government, but these people
Correct.
who are in power in Syria. This is two
Correct.
different scenarios that.
Yeah. Is there a surprise here? Again, Turkey and Al-Shada, they have a relationship. And here's Israel acting with impunity. We're going to hit whatever we want. We're going to bomb whatever we want. And what are you going to do about it? Oh, I'm going to send a strong message of demarche. Oh, boy. Like I said, got him shaking in Tel Aviv. Oh, no, not another nasty letter.
The reason I'm saying this, Larry, because you look at what's going on between, for example, in Germany. The United States is in Germany. They have a base in Germany, but it's accepted by the German government. It doesn't mean that they're occupying, because the government there accepted that. And
Right.
so the other bases in the region that we're with GCC countries. But the case of Israel is totally different. Nobody wants them to be there.
Right. But they're there.
Yeah.
And what's Turkey doing about it? What's Syria doing about it? Nothing so far. We'll see if they react. I'm not holding my breath.
If something, Larry, let's go beyond that. If something happens, I know that the government in Turkey is so much concerned about the United States. That's why even in the statement they try to be more, cautious about the way they're talking about the conflict. But if something happens between Israel and Turkey, what would be the reaction of the United States?
I think the United States would probably stay out of it. Or, they'd try to talk to each side, get them to stop. And then it's the United States intervening militarily on behalf of Israel. I don't think that'd happen. That would really screw up NATO more than it already is. It's already screwed up. And this would turn it into what the military calls a Charlie Foxtrot.
Tom Brock today said that the United States is working to establish a stronger deconfliction mechanism between Israel, Turkey, and Syria following Israeli attack on Syria. Is there any scenario under which
there's a
Israel
real
will
way to
withdraw from
deconflict that.
Israel?
There's a real easy. I was just saying, there's a real easy way to deconflict that. Tell Israel to keep its goddamn hands to itself. Stop attacking other countries. Stay at home. Mind your own business. Fix your own country. But Israel can't help itself because it's from the river to the sea as far as they're concerned, and that's all theirs. And all these other people are just like ants that have to be squashed and eliminated.
It's the Turkish government mentioned the election in Israel and how Benjamin Netanyahu, by these sort of moves, tries to to tell Israeli people we are in charge, we are controlling the region. I think one of the signs of
Right.
they're mentioning this. Can you hear me, Larry?
Well, you broke up. You're freezing there.
Yeah. I don't know if this is my connection or your connection. It could be mine. And okay, I tried
Okay,
to fix it.
but I didn't hear the end
But
of your question.
my question is,
Well, now we both went black.
can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I hear
Yeah.
you. We sound like a bad Verizon commercial. Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, but it seems that your connection is having some sort of problem. I don't know what's that, but it's Yeah, the people are in the comments are saying that your picture is freezing up. It's not mine. This is not mine. It's yours. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I could shut down and try to log back on.
Okay.
You want me to do that?
It could be. Could be. Yeah.
But do you want me to do that?
No, you're freezing up. You're still freezing up. I don't know what. Can you check the signals of your internet, or if
Yeah. Well, here, let me just log off and then log back on, okay?
okay, okay.
We'll do that.
It seems that you're okay right now, Larry. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna focus tonight on Turkey and Syria. Lebanon is the same. We had Israeli attacks on Syria, on Syria and Lebanon, and the other points of conflict is between UAE and Iran. I don't know what has happened that Iran somehow they said 2 ballistic missiles they hit not UAE but the waters close to the UAE borders, which is part of territorial waters of UAE. They hit some targets there. And then I assume that there were no targets. They were these 2 ballistic missiles were some sort of warning to UAE. And on the other hand, we had the foreign ministry of Iran, if I'm not mistaken, they said they didn't do that. So the question would be who did that if it was in Iran? And nothing official, by the way. We don't know what has happened between UAE and Iran. UAE just mentioned that they're going to all trades between Iran and the United. It said the United Arab Emirates Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced that all trades, commercial exchanges, and financial transactions with Iran have been halted. So it's nothing good is happening on that front. Yeah, let's see when. Let me just check it here. Larry is back.
Any better?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
All right, good.
Okay. The question, Larry, we were talking about the case of Turkey and how the reaction from the United States. You said that the United States, you were mentioning how the United States would react to that. And the question is, with the case of Tom Brock mentioning that they're going to bring all these countries together, naming Turkey, Israel, and Syria, while it was mentioned in that comment of the government in Turkey, they said that it's all because of the elections in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, do you think that these attacks going to put Netanyahu in a better position in Israel? Because that's the point of the statement, one of the points of the statement of the Turkish government.
Well, I don't know what it's going to do to his polling. I mean, I'm sure there are people in Israel that'll say, "Oh, this is great. We're being tough with the Turks." All Turkey has to do to turn this around, cut off the oil, cut it off. And then all of a sudden Israel, wait a second, this is outrageous. Okay, good. Then maybe you'll stop attacking the people that are basically helping keep your lights on.
Yeah.
Again, I don't begin to understand Erdogan in this. Well, I do understand it. He's greedy. And he's driven by money, not by principle.
I don't know how much pressure he can put on the government in Azerbaijan, because that pipeline is an Azerbaijani Turkish pipeline. It's not all about Turkey.
Well, right, but they don't deliver it. Azerbaijan can keep pumping all the oil at once. Turkey just stores it, sells it to somebody else. As long as Azerbaijan's being paid, what the hell do they care?
No. The factor of the United States is still there, and the pressure they can put on Azerbaijan economically.
Well, they can put pressure on Azerbaijan, but again, what's Azerbaijan supposed to do? Load it up in trucks and drive it to them? They got to cross a lot of territory. And Syria can say, no, you're not driving across our land to deliver oil to Israel. Turkey holds the key.
There were another attacks, Larry, on in southern part of Lebanon as well, and not one area, 3 areas in the southern Lebanon were attacked by Israel. This is. Do you see? We had George Kushner talking with Hamas. Do you see anything coming out of these talks that they're having? Because it's not just about, the way that Israel is behaving is so problematic right now. They're literally attacking each and every country, verbally or militarily.
Well, that's the answer to your question right there. Zero effect. If it was effective, if Israel held off doing those attacks and was saying, okay, yeah, we'll de-escalate, we're going to stop attacking, then you say, hey, Kushner had a breakthrough. They laugh at Kushner. He's just a boy in their eyes. Just an empty messenger. And they've shown Trump exactly what they think of him. They're not going to tell us what to do.